There's a huge difference between the city and the country, but I do want to start out by saying I enjoy both and I spend time in both. Nobody wants to move and feel like an outcast. That's just no fun at all. So I'm going to give you a few tips to help you out. Sometimes city behavior in the country can be seen as rude. And you don't want to start off, with people looking at you in kind of a rude way. So here's a few tips to help you. In the country, it's a very slow pace. And city people aren't used to that because in the city, everything's expensive, it's a fast pace, it's crowded. I mean, you have to kind of be, on a mission, heads down, just go do what you want to do. Because crowds slow you down. And it's not really in a good way, it's kind of in a frustrating way. So you just, keep your head down, you don't really make eye contact, and off you go to get things accomplished in the city. Well, in the country, it's the complete opposite way of that. In the country, you have time to just make eye contact with people, chit chat with people, and just, you have a few minutes to be like, hey, how's it going? And just talk to each other. And that part of it is very enjoyable once you get used to it. But in the beginning, just your instincts are going to want to tell you, come on, let's go. You're programmed that way because you've been living in the city. So you're going to have to fight that instinct, to just be like, let's go. When the light turns green and the person in front of you doesn't floor it, you're going to that instinct is going to be like, beep, beep, go. People don't do that in the country. If you're sitting behind somebody and the light turns green and it takes them a few minutes to get going, everybody just sits there. Nobody's in a hurry. Everybody's relaxed. But just remember, being relaxed like that is very healthy. It's good for you. That's why you're moving to the country in the first place, for your health. It's just way better for you. When you live in the country, you'll get to know people that you see around town because it's just, smaller. There's not as many people as in the city. So you get just by seeing somebody over and over again at the gas station, the post office, or wherever around town, they're kind of an acquaintance, but you just see them regularly and you just start to wave, say hi, start talking. It's so funny, but it's almost feels good when you just see the same people over and over. You get a little connection there. And so you'll have time to say hi and chit chat for a little bit. Also, you'll be driving down a country road and you'll see two cars that are going in opposite directions. They'll be stopped just in the middle of the road, chit chatting, talking. And then here you come. And then nobody beeps or hand gestures. You just stop and just wait a second, give them a minute, and they'll just be like, hey, see you later, and off they'll go. And it's just so funny. And when you have developed those city calluses, the social calluses that you develop in the city, you have to fight those when you move to this country. And, you're moving here to just try to experience the difference and just live a calmer lifestyle. When you're out here, there's bugs. And of course, the bugs are going to get on you. And so if that's something you're not tough enough to deal with, you might not be happy. And you surely don't want to move out to the beautiful country and hide in the house all the time. So I don't know, you have to figure it out. I wear long sleeves for sun protection, but other people, they might need to wear long sleeve, long pants for bug protection. The number one biggest mistake you could make when you move to the country is to put up signs all over your property that say, keep out, private property. And then you also put floodlights all around the house that just light everything up. You might as well just put a huge sign on your gate that says, new city person that just moved to the country, because you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Country people like it dark. They like the solitude. That's why we live out here. If we liked it lit up and everybody, everything like that, we would live in the city. The number one thing that a lot of city people just can't get past is the dead silence for long periods of time. I've seen a lot of people come and go, and in my opinion, that's the one thing, besides all the bugs and stuff outside, you just have to learn to enjoy that. Try to embrace it. I think some people take right to that, and other people never get used to that, and I think there's everything in between. Some people take longer to get used to it or whatever. So you'll just have to figure out who you are and where you fit in there. Country people like that quietness for long periods of time. It gives you time to think and just enjoy your life, I guess. I don't know if the word's meditation, or I don't know the word, but it's very, very enjoyable to a country person to be alone in the dead silence for long periods of time. And that isn't for everybody. I think there's different personality types, and some personality types just cannot stand that. I think that drives them insane. They'll actually say they can't sleep in the dead silence, which is so surprising because I think you sleep way better in the dead silence. A very, very important point is if you move out to the country and you've given it a try and you're just noticing you don't feel it, it's not getting better, it's getting worse, it's fine. We all try things in life. Some things work, some things don't. Some things we catch on to and we're like, oh, I'm so glad I tried that. I love it. And other things we try and we're just like, I'm glad I tried it, but that's not for me. If you feel that about moving to the country, just go ahead and move back closer to the city. Move back to the city. There's no harm done. It might take a little while to get things arranged so you can move back, but it's okay. Just go ahead and do that. There is no point in just staying in the country and being miserable for the rest of your life. You can always do stuff in the city or closer to the city to be kind of homestead lifestyle, because it is a lifestyle, really. It's not a location.